Welcome to the Umbrella Chronicles. Accessing file number 249811149RC.
Biohazard. The outbreak occurred in the summer of 1998. It started in the American Midwestern town of Raccoon City and brought hell to Earth. The T-virus was developed as a biological weapon, proliferating amongst the unsuspecting public. It metamorphosed them into living death zombies. Umbrella's mission statement had always been preserving the health of the people, but beneath this bright statement lurked the shadow of Oswald E. Spence's ambition.
End of file concerning the outbreak incident in Raccoon City.
The truth behind the rise and fall of Umbrella is something to which only a select few are privy. The beginning of the end started on the outskirts of Raccoon City in the Arklay Mountains.
Alright, everybody. This is it. The final, or could be the final episode and gameplay of
Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles.
Yes, sir. The game that was released back in the year 2007 on the Nintendo Wii. So, guys, in the last episode, we did the West. So right now we're in the final chapter, which is Umbrella's End, and we played Wesker's scenario, which is called Dark Legacy 1. We had a badass boss fight with the two tyrants. Well, they're called the two Mr. X's, but they're called Ivans. And now all we have left to do is go after Sergei, and that will be here in Dark Legacy 2. This is where it all ends, guys. This is where it shows you what continues to show you what Albert Wesker was doing during the events of Umbrella's showdown, like what would you call it? Umbrella's End, their shutdown. Well, what was he doing while Chris and Jill were taking care of Talos? And yeah, this part is also pretty epic too. So let's get to it, guys. Let's see how it all comes down to an end. Alright, shotgun, yeah. Or I should bring this too. Oh no, I only have a few. Oh boy. Did you upgrade? Hold on one second. Did I upgrade? Well, I can't upgrade anything at the moment. So no, I think we're good. Oh dear. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck, because I'm going to need it for this one. I, Albert Wesker, reached the innermost recesses and prepared to meet my nemesis, the heart between Venomoth organization and the Twilight. Blah, I didn't get to read it.
Looks like someone already went down. Good old Chris.
What? Ah! Get out of my way, you jerks. Oh, shoot. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Any more? Oh. Can I just leave this room? Can I leave this room? God. Hey! God damn it. Oh my god. You damn. Oh man. You better not. Back away. You've got to be freaking kidding me, dude. Oh, now I get the shot? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, that's it. Y'all are pissing me off.
You're causing quite the diversion. Everything's going just as I expected.
checkpoint. Darn it! I should have been more careful. Look at his suit. It's quite nice. Oh well. No, you... You...
I admire their tenacity.
You have got to be freaking kidding me. Back off! This is ridiculous. Look at my health.
I'll have to short circuit this.
Oh, goodness. Glaciers. No health?
What a waste of my time. The computer room is close.
No health.
This room keeps repeating.
You have got to be kidding me. I could have gotten so many
Codename Talos.
machine
A
guns.
pinnacle of biological weaponry, all controlled by the Red Queen computer. The ultimate weapon. You got Ivan? Not bad, comrade.
So this is it.
Yes. She was activated that night at the mansion. I extracted her before Raccoon City became nothing more than a memory. Her and I have a lot in common. She linked with Talos, desiring more information and more data. She wanted to know the truth, no matter how painful that reality may be.
That thing is merely a tool. What it wants is something the user determines for it.
It's good that we can be honest with each other. That's the sign of a healthy relationship. It's a shame that this friendship has to end.
Of course.
Your lack of creativity disappoints me. I expect more from you. You are in a wretched state of competent. I have to wait for him to the stench underground.
I hope you still have some fight left, old friend.
Ah!
I found a weakness, Sergei. Enjoy your pain.
You're stronger with each strike. Not even you can question the superiority of my power now. My purpose remains as clear as ever.
Fine. Have it your way.
Oh no!
Music. I have a date to keep.
Excruciating rush of pain!
Got him.
No, we are not done yet!
Nice buttocks. That yell.
Requested data transfer complete.
The summation of Umbrella on one disk. This should come in handy. It looks like you have finished what you came to do as well, Chris. Just as I predicted. Goodbye, fair lady.
Data format initialized. 80 seconds until completion.
This soundtrack is so cool. And him walking, I like that scene where he walks away all slow and badass.
All data erased.
Well. Okay, Spider-Man. Batman.
Soon, Umbrella will be gone forever. They held the power of the T-virus in their hands, but they lacked the proper vision. The true vision of the future. And now, it falls to me to usher in this new future.
Uh-oh. And there you go, guys. Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles.
According to the latest reports, Umbrella has been found guilty on all charges of crimes related to the Raccoon City incident 5 years ago. The prosecution has remained quiet on how they acquired proof of Umbrella's involvement, and the defense plans to appeal the decision on the grounds that the evidence is not admissible in court. The Russian Ministry of the Interior has agreed to cooperate with the FBI in finding the whereabouts of Oswald E. Spencer. Mr. Spencer has been determined to have played a large part in the biohazard that contaminated Raccoon City. An anonymous witness close to the suspect was invaluable in providing evidence about Mr. Spencer's involvement.
Well. I remember watching the ending. The first time I got to this ending, I was like, ooh, they're building up to finally who to Oswald E. Spencer's character. You're like, I want to know, because you hear his name throughout like some Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 0, because he was the one who betrayed Dr. Marcus, and that's why Marcus decided to get revenge on Umbrella, because Spencer wanted his T-virus, because Dr. Marcus was the one who created the T-virus. And Oswald E. Spencer wanted all that for himself because he was one greedy mother effer. And then the same thing, I believe, for Alexander Ashford. These two gentlemen were his friends. They were like the 3 founders of Umbrella. And Spencer's like, nope, I want it all to myself. And I'll kill you all just to get what I want. It's a badass end credits music. And I was worried that I was not going to do a good job with that final boss fight. But nah, I was able to do it. But I'm like, dude, every final enemy has to transform into a monster. I'm like, so when did you find out that you were able to transform into a monster? Like, can you... It's kind of like what they said, too. It's like, so when these Resident Evil villains inject themselves with a virus that makes them mutate into this horrific, huge monster. Like, so, what if worst case scenario, they win the battle against the heroes? The heroes lost and the villains win. How are they going to live with themselves? Are they going to keep mutating, you know, and just be a monster for the rest of their lives, you know? Uh-oh.
My dear Spencer, how the mighty have fallen. Your umbrella has folded, and now you are a fugitive in the same world you once sought to control.
Welcome to the Umbrella Archives. Please select the desired service from the menu.
We shall meet again before the conclusion of this drama. Then, you will learn of the history I will write for this world.
His little smirk. Oh, Wesker, you had a vision indeed. I liked it so much. This game was like building up to Resident Evil 5. Obtain the anti-tank gun. Yeah, because we already played Resident Evil 4, right? Yeah, we already played Resident Evil 4. And so now we see like, oh, now he's in that little office where he was communicating with Ada Wong when she was doing her mission during Resident Evil 4 with Leon. But yeah, I was all like, ooh, okay. But then when we finally get to Oswald E. Spencer in Resident Evil 5, it was so short. I was like, really? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when they leave it up to someone else to direct or to continue on with the story of the Resident Evil franchise, I feel like they're just, I don't know what to do with this character. So we'll put them there for a little bit, but then we're just going to like, you know, finish. Their story ends here. It's like, boss, come on, man. It was building up to this moment. And I get that Wesker injected himself with that virus. Supposedly it was created by William Birkin, right? That gave him that chemical, whatever it is that he injected himself with to bring him back to life and make him superhuman. Let me see. Obtain film, A, B, C, D. Obtain Sergei monster notes. Obtain online interview with Really? Online interview with anti-umbrella activists? And look at this, guys. Hunk Scenario Force Survivor Chapter 1 is now available to play. So there you have it. Looks like we still have another scenario that we need to complete. A B rank Darn. So we got 2 files out of 5 in the last chapter, and then 2 out of 4 in the first chapter for Albert Wesker. But yeah, alright, so my review about this game. The first time I played it, I had a great time. I had a great time reliving the events of Resident Evil 0, 1, and 3. I wish there were some things I wish they would have changed, but overall I still had a great time. What I mostly liked was doing the stories that was never told before, and that was like Albert Wesker's story. What was he doing in the shadows behind all these events that were happening throughout the franchise? And Rebecca's story from the mansion incident of how Richards got bit by the snake, how he got poisoned. He sacrificed himself once again to save Rebecca, and then he'll do it again to save Jill or Chris's life in the original games. And then, well, he had Ada Wong. Yeah, I loved Ada Wong's story. I was glad that they put that story so we could see like what she went through and how she escaped Raccoon City before it got destroyed. And you got to see that, well, yeah, she was working with Wesker all this time. And now, right now, we're gonna play Hunk's story, and I think, yeah, we played his story in Resident Evil 2, but we're gonna see like what he had to do in this one. I actually don't remember it to be honest what he does, but we'll find out. That's another thing too. Like I felt like Hunk, they didn't do much with him in the franchise. I felt like they just let him go. They didn't know what to do with him. They're like, oh well. But I'm like, Hunk was also like the man in the shadows as well. I mean, we heard reports about him. There have been documents about his journals, about his experience, about his missions throughout these events. And then they just let him go. Unless there's something that I missed out there that you all know about, please let me know so I could look it up. I've never played Resident Evil Umbrella Corpse? Is that what it's called? Corpse? Where you play as the Umbrella security or whatever, the elite team. But yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to think what else I could think about. Yeah, that was the scenarios I mostly enjoyed were the ones they explained the story that we didn't get from the originals. And this final chapter, seeing the fall of Umbrella when Chris and Jill go to this facility in Russia. That's also an Umbrella facility. And then they get all the evidence they need to prove that Umbrella's guilty for the destruction of Raccoon City, of what they did. And it's so bad, so horrible that, you know, such an organization would try to get away with it. And believe it or not, guys, believe it or not, you know, even though these games could be all fantasy and stuff, believe it or not, there are some corporations out there that will try to get away with murder. And like Wesker said, you know, such organizations like Umbrella have deep pockets and good connections that they could talk to help them get them out of these sticky situations, to make it look like, oh, we're not responsible. It's true, guys. It's true. And these villains, like Sergei, thinking like what he was doing was for the good. It's like, it's kind of like what's happening right now, but people refuse to open their minds and wake up and realize if we're not careful of who we elect to be our leader. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna get into that. But we need to be careful. We really do. We need to wake up and be very careful and stop being in denial and oblivious, because such things like this could happen. It really could. We almost had something like it with COVID, but it was something totally different. But, you know, we need to be very careful. Otherwise, we will be the ones to end our, you know, humans will be the ones to bring forth the apocalypse of the earth. So for Albert Wesker, I can see his motives, but still at the same time, he believes what he's doing is right. It's like the new stage of evolution. But, you know, that's what we have our heroes for. To show us the light that, no, it just can't be like that, man. But anyways, enough talk about that. This game was fantastic. I remember I had a great time. And guess what, guys? I am looking forward to playing Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles. Now that one, you know, like I said a couple of episodes before, even though we did not get to play the events of Resident Evil 2, because I remember I was like, what? But wait a minute, but what about the events of Resident Evil 2? I was like, man, that should have been in here. That would have been so cool to play. But no. Resident Evil, you get to play Resident Evil 2 in the Dark Side Chronicles. Oh yes. And not only Resident Evil 2, but Resident Evil Code Veronica. Oh. And you know, as much, well, we'll talk about that once we start playing it. But anyways, I had a great time with this game when it first came out. It was a wonderful birthday gift from my mom. And it was my first Nintendo Wii game for the Nintendo Wii. And yeah, I remember I played hours and hours trying to see if I was able to unlock new stuff in some of these other chapters. Maybe from here or something, but nah. I was thinking like, oh, if I get an S-rank, will I unlock something? Nah, that was it. But it looks like we got another level to play, guys. So before we get to the Dark Side Chronicles, I want to see what this is all about. I hope it's not going to be too difficult, but we'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and my gameplay, all of my gameplay of Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. And for those of you who were just with me to go down memory lane, remembering how fun this game was, if you guys also played it. And for those of you, for your first time seeing a game like this before, if you've never seen it before and you chose my videos to introduce this game to you, I'm honored. Thank you so very much for choosing me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you all next time. Either Hung Scenario or Resident Evil: The Dark Side Chronicles. Remember, in case there are those of you who would be interested in checking out my Twitch channel, I do have a Twitch channel and I do stream from time to time, playing my favorite video games such as these. This one, classic retro games, childhood games, or even brand new games. And if you catch me streaming live, do stop by and say hello. You can search me up by you could look me up by searching up my name, RDH Davis, and you should be able to find me with the same profile picture I have on my YouTube channel. I also have a TikTok in case you're also interested, under the same name, RDH Davis. Well, guys, this is where I'll leave you. Y'all take care. Have a good day or a good night. Be safe out there. And as always, thank you so very much for your love and support, guys. Mwah! Take care, everybody. Laters. And see you next time.